this is Dr. Sella, and no strength, no speed, no problem. You're going to win anyway. You're going to say, well, Dr. Sella, look, my players, they can't run real well, and they don't lift, and last year we got wrecked by the defensive line. So, I just want to be functional. I actually had a prospective client say that to me on, I believe it was Monday. He goes, I just want to be functional and move the ball and get 4-yard gains and not get blown up all the time. Look, Army and Air Force, this is what they deal with when those kids come in to the prep school or they go direct. They're not getting big-time players. What kid is going to join the military in this environment and end up in Israel or fighting Hamas or going to Russia? I mean, this is what we're dealing with. You're talking about players that they're not going to get NIL money. Army doesn't take transfers. They don't give athletic scholarships. And they have no advantage. There's no advantage to playing in Army or Air Force unless you really want to play FBS football. That's the one advantage. They give you a shot to play FBS football. So they're not going to be strong. They're not going to be fast. But they'll sure work at it for 4 to 5 years. Now, you'll see videos all on social media of Army in the weight room and squatting and doing stuff. Yeah, they have to work super hard because they're Division II football players, and they have to have an FBS elite performing team out of it. Army made it happen this year. They're 11-1 right now. Air Force won the last 4 games of the season, and they're going into 2025 on a high note. So, look, if that's you, if you're David's David and you're fighting Goliath's Goliath, and you're the underdog, and you got wrecked up front, and it hurt bad, and listen, you just want to get into a game and compete and be functional and get a 4-yard gain. Here you go. Here's your answer. Watch this video. Watch this video. No strength, no speed, no problem. You're going to win anyway. Here's how. This is what I teach clients. This is how people win big right now. Starts with the zone dive, the triple team. Air Force in their last 4 games ran this right here 25 times a game. Triple the defensive tackle, run the ball behind the triple team. The A-back wedges with the tackle, he'll 2-hand slam whoever shows, and if nobody shows, he'll block the mic. He's going to block whoever takes the dive. The receiver's flexed in and he fans. The D-gap player, you get 2 scoops on the backside, a cutoff. As soon as the quarterback jumps and points the ball, once the B-back clears, he sprints to the outside. A-back runs the pitch to hold the perimeter. That's where it starts. So when you aren't strong, aren't fast, no problem. You're going to triple team this guy and run right behind it. No play has done more with less than the zone dive. And it's not really a zone. It's really a wedge. But that was the old terminology for it. And there's been a transformation in the last 7-8 years with the concept. So no strength, no speed, no problem. You're going to start off doing that. Now, let's say you're limp enough and you still don't get 4 yards on it. So here's what you're going to do next. So you still didn't get 4 yards on it. You're going to run the follow. Why are you running the follow? Because if the C-gap player takes the quarterback, the whole goal is you're going to still triple team, but this guy's going to misfit, and the quarterback's going to run up inside. So the follow allows that to happen. So you got your triple team. Nothing changes for anybody else. Just the B-back will kick out the C-gap player, helmet to the left, strike with the right forearm, drive him out of bounds. The quarterback will jump backwards, and then he'll run inside of that block. Now, if this guy comes down to take the dive, when you call it, He'll disappear into the wedge. He'll get picked up by the A-back. The B-back will turn up and block the mic. Quarterback will go outside of that block. So there's two things that can happen. A kick, quarterback goes inside, or he comes down. A-back blocks him. B-back turns up to block the mic. Quarterback jumps back, runs outside the B-back's block. That's the follow play. Army's running a ton of it. But the beauty is you get a triple team. And you always make them wrong. Because the B-back's going to pick up the C-gap player. A-back's going to pick up the mic. If he comes down, the A-back picks up the C-gap player. And the B-back goes outside of that block and picks up the mic. Quarterback jumps backwards, follows the B-back's block. If he kicks, turns it up inside. If he comes down, the B-back goes around. The quarterback just focuses on the B-back. Then the quarterback follows the B-back's right hip. That's what you do. So you ran zone dive. You got 4 yards. You're going to go ahead and run it again. But if you didn't, and the C-gap player takes the quarterback, you're going to force this guy to misfit because he's trying to play the quarterback through the C-gap, and the quarterback's going to go inside. You're going to block him, and he's going to go inside. Because he's trying to stay outside to play the quarterback. You make him misfit. Army's caught defenses so much this year doing that. Now, if this same player, you ran zone dive, you got 4 yards, and this guy takes the dive, well, then you come back the next play with midline triple option. Now, this play is basically you don't block anybody on the play side defensive line. You don't have to block the D tackle or the D end. How great is that? So, no strength, no speed, no problem. You're not even going to block the defensive line on the play side. The play side D line doesn't get blocked. Because you got the guard and tackle, they got the mic. One guy has the mic. The guy who gets to him first has the mic. The guy who doesn't ends up on the safety. A-back arcs the run support. Receiver blocks the deep defender. You get a double team on the nose. A scoop block on the backside where the backside tackle sprints, works behind the guard and blocks the guard's spine. This guy sprints to the goalpost. Quarterback jumps backwards, and it's a 3-on-2 against those two. So no strength, no speed, no problem. You don't have to block the play side defensive line anyway. So if you're end zone dive and you got 4 yards, you're going to run it again. But if this guy comes down to take the dive, you're going to call midline triple option. If he takes the quarterback, you're going to call follow. And listen, on follow, maybe on follow, you'll call it and he comes down to take the dive. I already told you what to do. But do you see what happens when you want to get functional? You have no strength. You have no speed. No problem. You're going to win anyway. That's why Army and Air Force win. Because they use the triple team. They cancel the play side defensive line. So these guys are 100% able to make the tackle. Quarterback cancels them. You got a 3-on-2. No strength, no speed, no problem. That's how it's done. Now, last thing. And for those of you who watch all these videos, it's redundant, but hey, become a client. That's all I can tell you. I make these videos for people to inspire, motivate, educate so that they become clients so I can help them win. Like I did with Haverford, Scobie, and Cuesta this year. Haverford went from 1-9 to 11-2. Scobie went from 2 wins to the state semifinals. Cuesta, with a first-year head coach, won as many games as the previous 8 years combined. I want you to be like that, because otherwise I wouldn't spend my time doing this. You want to know what I'd be doing right now? Something else sports psychology related. It wouldn't be doing this. Okay, rocket toss. So, no strength, no speed, no problem. Yeah, you're going to run a real wide toss. But here's the thing. With no strength, you don't have to worry about blocking the defensive line. This guy, all he's going to do is basically take the charge on the C-gap player. This guy, you don't have to block him, and he can't make the tackle because you're going to pitch the ball 2 yards outside the tackle. All this guy has to do is run into it, reach for it, grasp it, break to the sideline, break to the end zone. So you cancel the defensive line, and there you go. Plus, this is a Bear defense. They don't have a second-level scraper. This guy's already outflanked. So for him to come over and make the tackle, it's darn near impossible. It takes a long, long time. A lot of things got to go his way. Coaches, no strength, no speed, no problem. You're going to win anyway. Trust the system. Trust the process. This is why Army's 11-1. This is why Air Force went 4-0 in their last 4 games. And they're ready to get back where they were in 2025. This is why. So when you're not functional, this is how you're going to get functional. Triple team, read the defensive line, evade the defensive line with the Flexbone Triple Option offense. Now, if you're ready to become a client and you want your place at the table in 2025, call me right now, 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265, and go to tripleoptionfootball.com/testimonials where you can see all the success stories that have come from the camps and the academy. Over the last 15 years, I've helped people win big, and I can help you, but it starts with you picking up the phone and calling me right now. I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.